Hello and welcome everyone to AARP Wyoming's 2026 Video Voter Guide Series. I'm Tom Laycock with AARP Wyoming, and today we're joined by Megan Degenfelder, who's running for the Governor of Wyoming. AARP has a proud 40-year history of nonpartisan voter engagement and does not endorse or oppose candidates. Nor does AARP make contributions to campaigns or candidates at any level. Instead, we ask questions so our members understand where the candidates sit on important issues and can make their own decisions on Election Day. Today, I'll ask Ms. Degenfelder 3 questions, allowing for a 1-minute and 30-second response to each. Then we'll give her 2 minutes to deliver her pitch to the voters of Wyoming. So our first question today is this. Recent AARP survey data suggests 80% of older adults wish to age in their homes and communities as they get older. If elected, what would you do to ensure older Wyoming residents can stay in their homes and communities as long as they can?
Well, first and foremost, Wyoming seniors built this state, and whenever possible, they should be able to remain in their homes. When my grandparents were aging, they wanted to stay on the ranch, and this proved very difficult for my family to navigate. Number 1 is prevention and education. That's health and wellness and accessibility improvements. But with education, there are so many state programs, and this can feel very overwhelming. So there should be a streamlined one-stop resource portal for caregivers and seniors. Number 2 is getting the care to the patient rather than forcing them to travel to the care. Wyoming's rural nature creates unique challenges. Again, my family faced this firsthand with the ranch. So that's transportation. That's also telehealth. And third is in-home services and community paramedicine. But this requires number 3, which is coordination of services. To provide community-based models that prioritize in-home care, we need to coordinate among all entities. This also includes maximizing scope of practice in the state, from pharmacy to EMS professionals. Fourth is all about workforce pipelines. We could have all the programs in the world, but they won't be successful without a workforce. I built my work as superintendent on prioritizing career and technical education, work-based learning, and career pathways. And last is affordability. We need policies that help seniors stay in their homes financially. That means keeping taxes reasonable, lowering healthcare and utility costs, and growing Wyoming's economy. We need strong leadership to ensure that these plans don't just sit on the shelf, but have a sense of urgency and accountability.
Thank you. Our second question for today. AARP Wyoming's 2023 Vital Voices survey and our 2025 member survey shows our members are seeking candidates who will help protect them from fraud and scams. In recent years, we've seen scammers evolve to using crypto ATMs and deed fraud to separate Wyomingites from their cash. How would you work to protect older adults from fraud scams?
Well, financial fraud is indeed one of the fastest growing threats facing Wyoming seniors, and criminals are becoming more sophisticated every year. Our seniors worked hard to save for retirement, and they deserve every penny of that retirement. I would support establishing a governor's senior fraud initiative in conjunction with the previous work of the Vulnerable Adult Task Force that brings together law enforcement, financial institutions, state agencies, county officials, regulators, and advocacy groups to identifying these emerging threats and to coordinate responses. This would include number 1, education for our seniors and their families, as well as stronger signage and consumer disclosures when completing transactions. Number 2 is all about stronger coordination between all of the entities that I just mentioned. We've made strong progress, but how do we bring it all together? I know Florida has done some interesting work, and we should look if we need a statewide senior protection team. And third is tougher penalties for criminals, especially those who intentionally target our seniors and vulnerable adults, as well as expanded training for law enforcement officers and financial institution employees. This is a tremendous issue facing our seniors, and we need bold leadership in the governor's office to address it. Whether it's a phone scam, deed fraud, or criminal hiding behind a crypto kiosk, if you're targeting Wyoming seniors, you should know that Wyoming is coming after you.
Well, thank you very much. Our third and final question is this. We know Wyoming residents are concerned about rising property taxes. While property taxes can be burdensome for some, they also fund critical state and local services. These services include local transportation, home-delivered meals, and home health services that keep older adults aging in place. If elected, how would you balance the need for relief with ensuring critical services stay in place?
Look, I want property tax as low as possible because Wyoming people are being forced out of their homes that they've lived in for decades. So I've been supportive of property tax reductions. And I also believe that we need to make it easier on our seniors to understand what relief is available to them. The other thing that I prioritize is ensuring that we have basic goods and services. We want low property taxes for your home, but we want a fire truck to show up if the home is on fire. So how do we do that? How do we balance property tax relief with our basic goods and services? And with the Wyoming tax structure, the number one solution is to produce more Wyoming energy. I spent my career working in the coal and oil and gas industry. And so I know what it takes to ensure that we do, in fact, produce more energy. This will lead to increased revenues, increased jobs in the state of Wyoming, so that we can do that. We can make sure that we have relief to those who need it most and that we have our basic goods and services.
Well, thank you, Ms. Degenfelder. We appreciate you taking the time to answer our questions. Now let's give you 2 minutes to explain why you believe you're the best person to lead the state of Wyoming.
Well, thank you to AARP Wyoming for hosting this important conversation. As I've traveled Wyoming during this campaign, I've met seniors who built our state into what it is today, who raised families, served in our military, ran small businesses, worked our ranches, and powered our energy economy. They helped make Wyoming what it is today, and they deserve leaders who will fight for them. Our seniors did their part. It's time for the next generation to do theirs. I believe one of the greatest responsibilities we have is making sure Wyoming remains a place where people can retire and grow old with dignity. That means helping seniors stay in their homes for as long as possible. It means supporting our family caregivers, expanding access to healthcare and telehealth in our rural areas, improving transportation options, and making it easier for families to navigate the services that already exist. It also means protecting our seniors from fraud and ensuring Wyoming seniors can afford the retirement that they worked so hard to save for. Throughout my career, I've been a conservative reformer. I've taken on difficult challenges, delivered results, and stood up for Wyoming values. I'm a Wyoming born and bred ranch kid. And in my career in coal and oil and gas, I proved that I had what it took to push back against government overreach and produce more Wyoming energy that creates tax revenue and jobs. As superintendent, we passed historic reform in parental rights, school choice, literacy, civics education, and career and technical education. As governor, I'll bring that same approach to growing our economy, lowering our costs, defending our energy industry, protecting our freedoms, and ensuring that Wyoming remains the best place in America to live, to work, to raise a family, and retire. This election isn't about accepting the status quo. It's about building a stronger future while preserving the values that make Wyoming special. I'd be honored to earn your vote and the opportunity to serve you as Wyoming's next governor. Thank you. God bless Wyoming.
Well, thank you for your time today, and thank you to our viewers for joining us in this video voter guide. We encourage you to keep checking Cowboy State Daily and AARP Wyoming's Facebook page for more voter guides in the days to come.